You can't be a good parent if you're not present.
Mom, are you watching us?
Sorry.
It's so important for kids to have a healthy lifestyle.
Did you wash?
Yeah.
With soap? Back in.
Mom!
You have to find the funny all the time. That is not funny. Separate! Separate!
Hi, welcome to Perfectly Imperfect Parents on the Chopra Well. I am Mallika Chopra, and I am here with my two friends, Dani and Dr. Cara Natterson. And today we are talking about body image and self-esteem, a really big topic, big topic. What are the important aspects of body image that you do teach to a child?
You're teaching your child about health and you're giving your child self-esteem. So those are your two keys. And we all know that that's not going to insulate them entirely from having body image issues, but it's going to keep them a whole lot healthier and a whole lot safer. So that's my first tip. My second tip is teach them what to do to be healthy and have strong, healthy bodies. So they need to eat well, not too much. They need to exercise and they need to sleep. And we know that sleep is associated with body shape, which is incredible. Today, 1 out of every 3 children in this country is obese or overweight. I think every child should know that their parents are exercising. I think you should announce it proudly to your kids. I'm going for my run right now. I'll see you in 30 minutes. That model is extremely important because we tell our kids, turn off the TV, go outside and play. We all need to do that.
Yeah.
And we do it in this form of very forced, rigid exercise. Fine. But 60 minutes a day, people, that's what we tell our children they need. That's what we need. 60 minutes
a day.
Well, no, if you get that exercise and you eat well and you sleep well, then you will be healthier, which should fuel a better sense of self, stronger self-esteem, better body image.
I agree with that, and I mean, I would add practices like meditation. I mean, I think that's
You
for
would
me,
add meditation.
I would
That's-
add
yeah.
meditation because I think so much of self-esteem is knowing who you are.
Right.
And when you are comfortable with who you are, then you don't judge yourself purely on I have a big nose or I'm a little bit overweight or I'm, then you really kind of are able to reflect on what you're valuable.
Although there's actually an ad that has been produced by Dove as part of their Real Beauty campaign. I use it as a teaching tool when I show kids the effects of retouching. And well, let's watch it.
Okay. She still looks a little weird.
Oh, just you wait. Right?
Wait a minute.
Isn't it crazy?
Is that real? I mean, that's really what they do?
Yes.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Especially the elongation of the face.
Right?
Watching that video, I had no idea that they do that much. Even I had no idea that they do that much to make that girl look so
Incredible,
incredible. And so, just to know that that's not real, whereas our kids are seeing that's real all the time.
Well, that's right. And I think the veneer of perfection is pretty suffocating for our kids. I think that fuels a lot of the disorders. And when I teach boys, what I'm so reminded of is that the boy models, the images of males in magazine are almost more perfect than the images of females, and these shirtless males with six-pack abs and no hair on their chest and a full head of hair and the whole thing, this is presented as if, well, this is real, it's the woman who's not real. No, and we're driving a whole generation of boys to think that's how I'm supposed to look, and no one's talking to them. So we do, as mothers of boys, we really need to talk to our boys about what a real model is and what healthy is, and give them self-esteem as well. Because we do a better job with girls in many ways.
I have struggled personally with whether I should do anything to myself, whether it's plastic surgery or Botox or whatever it may be. And I honestly, I debated it. I talked to doctors about it. I
Wow.
really thought about it. And for me, becoming a mom was actually a turning point for me where mentally I decided, you know what? I'm a role model for my daughters. So if I want to teach them about beauty and real beauty, I have to be an example for them, which actually could have gone either way, and I've made the choice not to do it.
Wow.
Probably because my mother's never done anything and my father's never done anything, and they've kind of, they've been my role models. So I think as parents, this becomes a big issue.
Although I've met many, many, many mothers who have made choices to do things because it makes them feel better about themselves, and it fuels the self-esteem. It's
And, yeah,
complicated.
But why should your self-esteem why should fixing something physically
Yes.
make you feel better about yourself?
Well,
Often it
that
will.
may
I
just be
think
the world we live in.
I think that's why I've struggled, like I said, about this and written a lot about it. And because I think for many people, it does make a dramatic difference in their self-esteem or their sense of how they view themselves. And then for others, maybe they get more obsessed with it or is trying to fix a problem that's the wrong solution for.
Well, and that's just it, is when you're making the choice for yourself, you have to, it's like everything else we talk about in the show. It's you go to the why. Why am I doing it? What's the rationale?
And so for me, I haven't figured this out.
Wow.
All I figured out is that if I want to be authentic in what I'm saying to my kids, that beauty really comes from inside and we need to live a healthy life. And so maybe in doing that, I may influence my kids to not feel like that's the solution per se. Well, great conversation and fascinating. So with that, any last?
Yes, I think there's hope. There's definitely hope because there's so much opportunity now to talk about it in a way that in my mother's generation you never talked about. And so I definitely think that there's hope, there's health, there's exercising, not just for beauty's sake, but because it makes you feel good, more of an emphasis on health than on beauty ultimately. So I definitely think there's hope.
Don't forget the boys in the conversation. It's so important that we talk to our sons as much as we talk to our daughters.
It's great. I think for me, it's, again, we lead by example, not just words. So especially when it comes to body image and beauty, we really are teaching our children through our actions what we value. So just important to always remember our children are watching us. Well, thank you. And thank you everyone for watching. As always, we would love to hear your comments and stories. So make sure you're subscribed to the Chopra Well. And thank you for joining us on Perfectly Imperfect Parents.